Guys, I know I'm late. It was the holidays though, and though I don't celebrate it, I did have some fun time with my family. So, bless up the holidays. Sorry this video went up. Still kind of getting the new process of the new computer. I'm gonna try and get Boruto and Black Clover as well. It's a catch-up process. But guys, this Dragon Ball Super episode was nuts. And next week, this upcoming weekend, we're actually not getting an episode because of New Year's. The following will. So this episode is literally the last episode of the year of 2017, and I think they ended it off with a banger. Guys, if you're enjoying, sub a like, subscribe. I'd love to hear your thoughts and comments down below, and we're gonna get with it. So, starting off the episode, the man forms with the beast that actually resembles Janemba a lot, and I told myself, how are they gonna implement Janemba in this universe saga? Since they implemented Broly with Kale, I was like, cool. Now if they could only implement the much cooler villain Janemba, that'd be kind of cool. And the villain that they actually fight today is robotic hybrid of sorts, like I guess neurotic robot. I don't know what it is. Some hyper ethic robot. I don't know, dude. The wording for it. It's just a creature-like robot. This thing here actually can end up punching through like wormholes, and it can also just teleport. So the guy makes a punch, and the teleport punch comes behind them or anywhere near them. That's literally Janemba's moves. That is literally Janemba's moves. So maybe it was just me overthinking it, jumping the gun, but it really just brought a lot of resemblance to me with Janemba, since that's literally Janemba's signature style of fighting is the warp hole punches. So I was like, holy shit, that's kind of cool. Paying homage is kind of cool. I doubt that the two connect, but it was still pretty cool. It was still pretty cool. I will say though that Android 18 getting out of this tournament, it was inevitable. You have to think about it. Just it's a process of elimination. You have to look at everybody else that's there, and to be honest, Android 18 is the weakest out of everybody else there. So I figured that she'd be the next person to get out, which she is. Unfortunate, dude. Thoughts and prayers. You can actually see the terror in Krillin's face. I just give a shout out to Krillin, man. The amount of anxiety and terror he's gone through, losing his master almost, and then almost losing his wife to this heap chunk of a trash monster that almost ate his wife whole. And I'm like, come on, man. This is the second time she got to go through this shit, because that's what Supercell tried to do to her, man. Imperfect Cell tried to absorb her, dude. And I was like, come on, man. Just like leave her alone, dude. Like, come on, man. You know, it's a terror of Krillin going through that. At the time that first happened, he had no feelings. Well, he kind of did, honestly, since they interacted, but it was like dormant. Whereas, I don't know, dude, man. What's that name? Pepperoni? Whatever his name was, moving with the creature, I was not a fan of him. The creature, it looked kind of cool, and its fighting style I really liked, so it gets a thumbs up in my book. I'm probably not crazy about it, but still get the thumbs up in my book. I think it was Universe 2, if I'm actually not mistaken at all. Like, I guess their universe is so irrelevant up until this point that I don't really remember what universe that they wiped out. But basically the robotic universe ended up putting a much larger scaled fight than I thought that it was. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. They ended up putting a much more devastating fight than I thought that it was. I cannot lie to you guys. So I guess that blew me away. This was a trump card, and you could even tell that even Jiren felt fazed by this. He could feel the aura about it, and it started to piss him off even that this creature thought that it could beat Jiren, since this creature was fighting everybody on the battlefield. And it's even to the point where your boy Android 17 popped the fuck off, dude. He actually felt some type of human emotion, and Android 18 makes some type of like smirk about it, saying, you're mucky about this human emotion shit, so go out there and go win. And I guess, you know, this android can really, you know, really act based off of emotion here, have emotions to where he can act based off of, and use these emotions to make him a stronger fighter. And we actually saw that today, where he risked his life for his twin sister and for his whole universe. Mainly his twin sister was the drive for him to actually really go all out for this tournament. Might I just say, the animation was just godlike. Like, the coloring, the shading, everything was amazing on the zoom-ins. Everything was amazing. I know people always hate on Dragon Ball Super's animation, But lately in this entire arc, especially guys, before the arc, Goku vs. Golden Frieza, and then now after this arc, they've just outdone themselves with this animation. So it shows that Dragon Ball Super, if they want to, can actually do really good animation, you know? So I'm hoping that after this arc, I'm hopeful that they will still keep up that good animation. Obviously, of course, not for like the fillers and the build-up episodes on shit that they got going on about like speech. Basically the non-action-y episodes, I wouldn't expect much. But at the same time as well, I'd like to hope that they still do really good animation. I'd like to hope they do. But essentially, I literally cannot remember the universe that was knocked out. I just cannot, dude. I cannot. But they were erased. RIP their souls. And it was even so sad to the point where Mosca, right? I just thought that he was a robot this entire time. Turns out he's not. He's like a little miniature god of destruction that is sitting in this robot that like masks his presence because nobody else could tell. Universe 3. I don't know why the name Mosca reminded me of him and a born when he body fought Mosca. And then of course Universe 3, because I remember Mosca. He's a god of destruction. Universe 3. Universe 3. Cool. So basically Universe 3 ended up putting a much larger scaled fight than I thought that they would. But Mosca, the dude, actually ended up coming out of the robot, and I'm assuming the robot is called Mosca, but maybe he is too. He came out of the robot and he said, "Thanks for joining me," and it was really heartfelt. I'm not gonna lie, I felt something there. I sympathized with him because he accepted his loss. They accepted for what they did. All of Universe 3 basically accepted that they took the L, and I have to accept that, dude. They were a very intelligent universe. They could build these high-tech machines that could stand up against these destructive fighters, and even one of them to the point getting Jiren phased and making him mad. So I guess it makes sense. You know what I mean? Just a lot of respect, honestly, that they respected. They just accepted their fate. Even their angel, he was very respectful about all of them because he was surprised as well that the God of Destruction actually came out. So you could even tell, like that sweat gland, the worriness. Even he sympathized and kind of missed his universe. Showed it in a weird way, but he did. I'm excited though for next year's start-off episode for Dragon Ball Super, since that episode basically starts off with Vegeta versus Jiren, and guys, it literally says that Vegeta escalates. Like I think the episode was called Vegeta heightens his power or something like that, dude. No, draw forth power beyond your limits is what the credits said. Especially that's what Goku said. Draw forth power beyond your limits. Guys, I think Vegeta's gonna go Ultra Instinct next episode. We will have to see. But that's it for the review. Of course, if you enjoyed, guys, leave a like, subscribe. It is the last Dragon Ball Super review of the year, so let's blow the video up with some support, guys. I know it's late, but holidays, so I'm sure you guys can understand. And with that, I'm gonna try and get Black Clover and Boruto out since they've been getting really good. I just gotta catch up to them. I've got the Crunchyroll Anime Awards again this year. Hopefully biasness doesn't destroy it, since the last one was destroyed by biasness, and Yuri on Ice won like almost everything, God knows how. And then I figured I want to do a top 10 anime of the year. So we'll see, guys. I got content for you guys. I got you guys. But if you enjoyed, again, like I said, leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.